Don't worry about it right now. Okay, so there's some things in your notes that we'll cover, some things that we won't. Just for time's sake, we are going to move to this section right here. Just to be clear, we're going to cover another lesson on Monday, and then on Tuesday and Wednesday next week, you're going to prepare for your test. I'll get you a study guide, we'll do some practice in class. Then on Thursday, right before you head off for your Labor Day weekend, you'll take a test. You guys will all get like 80%, 90%, 100%. You'll go home happy with a nice grade. Y'all got that?
Yes.
Okay, so this first unit is very short, just 3 lessons. We had our first one yesterday, it was our second one today. It says order the following from least to greatest. We're going to do a couple of these together. I want you to try the first example on your own. Please see if you can order these numbers from least to greatest. Ready, set, go. Got it. Avery. It's Avery, I can't. Hi. Yep, I need your roll. All right. Where's your roll? Got it. Let's grab it. I got you. I know you got it. Thank you. Is this your national security? Okay, here we go. Order from least to greatest. You should have 0.001. That's the smallest. And then the next one would be 0.101. That'll be next. And then 0.11. And then 1.01. So this is the type of problem that most people get right on the test. However, the next 3 people tend to make a mistake when they get to those. So let's talk about ways of looking at example 2. Those are fractions. And part of the keen sense that you need to be able to deal with numbers and have number sense is be able to know to maybe think about these in a different way. So I'm going to think about this one, instead of 3 halves, I'm going to think about it as 1 and 1/2. So how can I think about 9/8 as a mixed number? That would be what? Yeah, 1 and 1/8. And then 5/4 would be 1 and 1/4. And 100 over 99 would be 1 and 1 over 99. So, you know, a lot of people look at these like, I don't know what those are as decimals. You don't have to know what they are as decimals. You can think about them as a fraction and then compare them. Which one is smallest up here? Yeah, the one with the 199. So 100 over 99, that's your smallest fraction. And after that, we pick up the 9/8. And after that, the 5/4. And after that, the 3 halves. Pretty straightforward? Okay. The next one is the most commonly, most common problem that people get wrong. Okay. People, for whatever reason, struggle with percents. And so here's what I need you to know. If you have 25%, that's the same as 0.25. You move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Now, that might seem simple enough, but then all of a sudden I give people this. What about 2,500%? Anybody know what that is as a decimal?
25.
It's 25. But people say, well, Mr. Getz, if it's a percent, I thought that the decimal had to be out front. Again, it just moves 2 places. Or here's another one. Suppose you have 0.025%. You still move it 2 places to the left. It's 0.00025. So you have to know that every time you see the percent, you move it 2 decimal places to the left. So keep that in mind, that'll help you out. So as you look at this one, I think the best way to order these is to start to look at them as decimals. 25%, we just talked about it, is the same thing as 0.25. Does anybody know what 1/5 is as a decimal? 0.2. Is that what you said? Awesome. 1/5, notice it's the same as 2/10. 1/5 is the same as 2/10, so that would be 0.2. And then you have 0.3 on the end there. So as you want to compare these from least to greatest, notice the smallest one is the 1/5. And then the next one would be the 25%. And then the next one will be 0.3. I want you to try number 4 on your own. Come up with anything, okay? I know that it may look a little bit different because we got a square root in there, but try something. Try something. All right, I see 5/3 and I think about it as 1 2/3, which is about 1.6 repeating. As I see 3 1/3, I think of 3.3 repeating. So obviously 3 1/3 is bigger than 5/3. But what about the square root of 7? Well, I know certain square roots. I know the square root of 4 is 2. I know the square root of 9 is 3. I know the square root of 16 is 4. So the square root of 7, that's going to sit between the square root of 4 and the square root of 9. So although I don't know its exact value, I know it's 2 point something. And the fact that I know it's 2 point something gives me enough information to say that 5/3 is the smallest, and then square root of 7 is the next smallest, and then 3 1/3, that's the biggest. So don't have to come up with the exact value all the time. It's just a sense of understanding to be able to compare. So the first thing you have to do on your sign is compare numbers. Second thing you have to do is go through order of operations. And right now we need to get rid of some information that maybe you have learned incorrectly because you didn't process it the way that we wanted you to. Anybody familiar with this? Okay? We don't really like it as teachers because everybody looks at it and they say addition comes before subtraction, multiplication comes before division. That is false. The better way to do this is to write it like so. Like that. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, and division, they have the same hierarchy. You do whichever one comes first, left to right. Addition and subtraction, you do whichever one comes first, left to right. Okay? So I'm going to start with this first one. I see the parentheses, and addition comes before the subtraction, so I'm going to do that. I've got 65 minus 5 divided by 15. Now normally I would do division first, but because this is in parentheses, I'm going to do the subtraction. So I have 60 divided by 15. And I get an end result of 4. So I've tried to put a couple in here to trick you a little bit. I want you to do example 2 on your own, see if you can come up with that right answer. Go. Good? Absolutely not, right? That's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, you guys speak up and tell me I did it wrong, folks. I did that to see if you guys would actually say something. That's wrong. Okay? I did the addition here. Now I gotta do the division, okay? I gotta go 10. I gotta add 2 to it, so the answer is 12. Example 3. Watch me do this. This is what you do on the test. I'm just trying to show you exactly what you do. You look at this, you go 18 times, and 8 minus 6 is 2. I got 36. Whoop-de-whoop, let's go. Sounds pretty good when you're doing it, doesn't it? But it is wrong. The reason why it's wrong is because of this 8 minus 6. We got to do 10 plus 8 is 18. We got times 8, and we got minus 6. The 8 minus 6 is tempting because you know that's 2, but we don't really know what 18 times 8 is. That's a big number. Well, the order of operations says we got to do that multiplication first. So 18 times 8. I got 64. I carry the 6. I got 144. So it's 144 minus 6, which is 138. You try example 4 on your own. Go. Yeah. 102, we good to go? Good. We'll do 2 more together here. Example 5. Notice that I got 3 sets of parentheses. I've got 1 set, I have 2 sets, and I have 3 sets. So I'm going to focus on this first set. I've got 22, and then my second set, I have 2. So you can sometimes do more than one step. I now have 24 times 2. I get a grand total of 48. Okay, suppose you were going to do the next problem incorrectly. What might you be tempted to do right away for the next problem that is the wrong thing to do? Yeah, the 5 times 2 stands out, so also you get 10 over 10, which is 1, right? And so that's the temptation, but we don't want to do that. We first have to do the 10 divided by 5. And so we get 2 times 2 minus 6 plus 4 times 3. Now I can do the 2 times 2 to get 4 minus 6 plus 12. Might want to do the 6 plus 12, but you can't. You have to go left to right. Addition and subtraction have the exact same hierarchy. So 4 minus 6 is negative 2 plus 12. That is going to be a positive 10. Positive 10 is that result. So order of operations and ordering numbers. A nice little review. We're going to do a review of percents and averages on Monday, and then you'll be ready to kind of prepare for your first test. What you're ready to do now is in your worksheets, you can flip to the one that says ordering numbers and order of operations. It's very similar to what we just covered, and you can check those answers right up here. Make sure that you're getting them right. So I'm going to come around and answer a couple questions. You guys can knock this out, and you shouldn't have anything to bring home tonight. You honor my time in class, I'll honor your time outside of class. This class is done at 11:42. Holy cow, you got 20 minutes? Wow. That's right, this is the long class, right? Because we got lunch going on, don't we? Yeah. Actually, 7 grades.
So this would be.
Yeah, it's a good one, right?
I am.
What are we doing over here? South Padre? Right there? Okay, so we have a rule in my class, and that's a full sector rule. So, I'm not sure if that's the case.